In part 3 of chapter 4, traditional logic, we will study what is inference. Inference is an act or process of deriving the conclusion on the basis of observed facts. Let us take an example. Suppose you observe flooded streets, then you derive a conclusion that it might have rained heavily on the streets. So this is an inference. There are two types of inferences, that is deductive inference and inductive inference. What is deductive inference? A deductive inference is an inference in which we pass on from a general proposition to a particular proposition. Let us take an example. All marathon runners are healthy. Shalakha is a marathon runner. Therefore, Shalakha is healthy. This is deductive inference. Now let us understand what is inductive. We have already studied last year. We will just revise it. It is an inference in which we pass on from a particular proposition to a general proposition. That is, by observing few cherries to be red, we conclude that all cherries are red. So now we know that an inference is either deductive or inductive, and now we will see the types of deductive inference. Deductive inference is of two types, that is immediate inference and mediate inference. What do you understand by immediate inference? It is a kind of deductive inference in which the conclusion is drawn directly from one premise without the mediation of any other premise. Now the types of immediate inference, there are two types, that is opposition of propositions, and second type of immediate inference is induction. Now let us understand what is opposition of propositions. Opposition of propositions is the relation between any two kinds of categorical propositions having the same subject and predicate terms but differing in either quantity, quality, or both quantity and quality. So depending on A, E, I, O, we have four kinds of relations between a pair of categorical proposition. Let us see the traditional square of opposition of propositions. You can see a square, and corner of the square we have, on four corners of the square we have four categorical propositions. Left upper corner we have A, the right upper corner we have E, the left lower corner we have I, and the right lower corner we have O. So based on these four propositions we have four kinds of relations. Let us see what are those relations. First relation is contradiction. This relation is between, you can see in the diagram in the square, that it is between A and O and also between E and I. In this square you can see the other relation, that is contrary relation. It is between A and E, and the third relation that you can see is between I and O, that is subcontrary. And the fourth type of relation is the relation of subaltern, which is between A and I and also between E and O. Now in this subaltern relation, the universal propositions are called alternate, that is A and E are called subalternates, and the particular prepositions, that is I and O, are called subalternate. So this we are going to do much in detail. Let us see the relations of contradictory relation, or contradiction you can call it. The prepositions which have such relations are called contradictories. Now, two standard forms of categorical prepositions that have the same subject and predicate terms but differ from each other both in quantity as well as quality are contradictories. Now see here, A and O, they are contradictories, and also E and I are contradictories. Let us take an example. All vaccines are preventive. This is an A preposition because the word all is used in it. So its contradictory is O. So O will have the symbolic form some S is not P. So we are going to convert into that symbolic form some vaccines are not preventive. Now similarly, we have an example of E preposition. No pilots are marine engineers, and this is E because no is used in it, and we have to, its contradictory is I. So I, the symbolic form will be some S is P. So we are going to change the symbolic form to I, that is some pilots are marine engineers. Both the contradictories cannot be true together, and the contradictories also cannot be false together. Of the pair, exactly one is true, then the other has to be false, and vice versa. See here, if A is true, then O is false, and if A is false, then O is true. Similarly, if E is true, then I is false, and if E is false, then I is true. Then O is true, then A is false, and O is false, then A is true. If I is true, then E is false, and I is false, then E is true. Now we come to the second type of relation, that is contrary relation. Traditionally, a pair of universal prepositions having the same subject and predicate terms but which differ in quality are contraries. It is, what are the contraries? A and E are the contraries, because A is universal and E is also universal, but they differ in quality. That is, A is affirmative while E is negative. Now let us take an example. All vegetables are nutritious. This is A preposition because all is used in it, and its contrary will be E. So E has the symbolic form no SSP, so it will be no vegetables are nutritious. Here both the contraries cannot be true together, and they may be false together. If one in the pair is true, then the other is false, but if one in the pair is false, then the other is doubtful. Let us see, if A is true, then E is false, and if A is false, then E is doubtful. Similarly, if E is true, then A is false, and if E is false, then A will be doubtful. Now we come to sub-contrary relation. Traditionally, a pair of particular prepositions having the same subject and predicate terms but which differ in quality are sub-contraries. Thus, the relation between I and O is they are sub-contraries. And let us take an example. Some bags are small. This is having the word some, so it is I proposition. So its sub-contrary will be O. So its symbolic form will be some S's, not P. So it will be some bags are not small. Here both the sub-contraries may be true together but cannot be false together. If one in the pair is true, then the other will be doubtful, and if one in the pair is false, then the other is true. Let us see here. If I is true, then O is doubtful, and if I is false, then O is true, and if O is true, then I is doubtful, and if O is false, then I is true. So here both the contraries are particulars, but they differ in quality, because I is affirmative and O is negative. Now we go to the fourth type of relation, that is subaltern relation. When two categorical propositions having the same subject and predicate agree in the quality but differ in quantity, then they are called corresponding propositions. So A and I are corresponding propositions, as well as E and O are also corresponding propositions. Let us take an example. All tables are wooden is a proposition, because the word all is used in it. Its corresponding proposition is I. So we will have the symbolic form will be some SSP, that is some tables are wooden. And let us take an example of E. No plastic things are good is E proposition, because no is used in it, and its subaltern will be O, that is its corresponding subaltern will be O, that is some plastic things are not good. Here the universal propositions imply their corresponding particular propositions. The universal propositions are called subalternate, and the corresponding particular propositions are called subalternate, and the relation is called subaltern. Now we will be doing its truth values. If the universal proposition in any one pair is true, then its corresponding particular proposition is also true. And if the universal proposition in any one pair is false, then its corresponding particular proposition is doubtful. But in other case, if the particular proposition in any one pair is true, then its corresponding universal proposition is doubtful. And if the particular proposition in any one pair is false, then its corresponding universal proposition is also false. This we will understand better if we put it in the table. Let us see. A is universal, I is particular. So if A is true, then particular I will be true, and if the universal A is false, then particular I will be doubtful. If the universal E is true, then particular O will be true, and if universal E is false, then particular O will be doubtful. If the particular I is true, then universal A will be doubtful, and if the particular I is false, then universal A will be false. Similarly, particular O is true, then universal E is doubtful, and if O is false, particular O is false, then universal E will be false. Now we come to the exercise part of opposition of propositions. Suppose we are told to give oppositions of the propositions, then first thing you will have to recognize what type of proposition it is. So this table is very important to recognize the types of categorical propositions. Let us see a proposition. In a proposition, the words used are all, every, any, each, always, absolutely, necessarily, invariably, whichever, whoever, whatever, etc. And when we negate this a proposition, we get o. That means with these words, if you have not in it, it becomes o proposition. Now we come to e. Words used are no, not a single, not even one, never, not at all, none, etc. These words have negative meaning. So it is universal negative proposition. That is E proposition. Now we come to I proposition. The words used are some, a few, many, most, several, generally, frequently, occasionally, perhaps, often, certain, almost all, nearly always, etc. When we negate I proposition, we get O proposition. So with these words, if we have not in it, then it becomes O proposition. Now we come to O proposition. The words used are hardly, rarely, scarcely, seldom, few, etc. When these words are used, it is having negative meaning. So it becomes an O proposition. And when O is denied, we get I proposition. Now, other thing we have to remember is the traditional square of opposition of proposition is very important with this table, because we must know what relations are with each propositions and the table. Both are important for giving oppositions of propositions. So let us see first example, all men are mortal. In this example, you can see that all word is used, which indicates that it is a proposition. Now we have to find out its relations. It has three relations, that is contradiction, contrary and subaltern, with three different propositions. Now what is contradiction of A? According to the traditional square of opposition of propositions, the contradiction of A is O. So we have to change the symbolic form of the statement or proposition. What is the symbolic form of O? Some S is not P. So we are going to change the symbolic form from A to O. That is, some men are not mortal. Now we come to the second relation, that is contrary relation. The contrary of A proposition, according to the traditional square of opposition of proposition, is E proposition. And what is the symbolic form of E? No S is P. So obviously we are going to change the symbolic form into no S is P. That is, no men are mortal. Now we come to the third relation, that is subaltern of A proposition is what? I proposition, according to the traditional square of opposition of propositions. So what is the symbolic form of I? Some S is P. So we are going to change the symbolic form into some men are mortal. Now we come to the second example, no tigers are lions. Here the word no indicates that it is E proposition. Now what is its relation? Three relations with three different propositions. Contradiction of E will be I. So according to the traditional opposition of proposition, And what will be the symbolic form of I? Some SSP. So we are going to change the symbolic form into some tigers are lions. Now what is the contrary of E according to the traditional square of opposition of propositions? It is A. So what is the symbolic form of A? All SSP. So we are going to write the symbolic form all tigers are lions. Now what is the subaltern of E? According to the traditional square of opposition of propositions, it is O. So here the symbolic form of O is some S is not P. So what you are going to do? Change the symbolic form to O. That is some tigers are not lions. Then we come to the third example. Some oranges are sa. Here the word some is used. So it is I preposition. Its contradiction according to the traditional square of opposition of propositions is E, and E's symbolic form is no SSP. So we are going to change the symbolic form to no oranges are sour. Then subaltern of I will be A according to the traditional square of opposition of propositions, and A's symbolic form is all SSP. So we are going to change the symbolic form to all oranges are sour. Now we come to sub-contrary relation of I is O according to the oppositions of propositions. And so here the symbolic form is some S is not P. So we are going to change the symbolic form to some oranges are not sa. Now we come to fourth. Some kites are not big. Here some and not is used. So it is O preposition. Here the contradiction of O is A according to the square of opposition of propositions. And so here the symbolic form is all SSP. So we are going to write all kites are big. Then subaltern of O is E. So here no SSP is the symbolic form. So we will write no kites are big. The subcontrary of O is I. So we are going to write some SSP, that is some kites are big. So you have to refer to the opposition traditional square of opposition of propositions as well as that table where the words for each proposition, categorical proposition, is given to find out what type of proposition it is and what is its relation with the other. Now we come to the fifth. Every girl is beautiful. Every is used, so it is A preposition, contradiction is O, and the symbolic form of O is some not, some S is not P. So it will be some girls are not beautiful. Contrary of A will be E, and here the symbolic form will be no SSP, so no girl is beautiful. Here you have to always remember that if the A preposition is a singular girl, is form, singular form, then you write also E in singular form. That will be better. Then subaltern of A will be I. So again the symbolic form of I is some S is P. So you are going to change the form to some girls are beautiful. Now we come to the sixth. Not a single stick is straight. This is not a single. So it is E preposition, and contradiction of E is I. So the symbolic form is some SSP. So you are going to change it to some sticks are straight. Then contrary of E is A. So we are going to use either any, every, any words are used in A. So since it is a singular term, here also we will use single only. Any stick, single stick is straight. Now what is the subaltern of E? O. So some S is not P is the symbolic form. We will change the form, that is some sticks are not straight. Now we come to the seventh one. Many students are hardworking. It is I preposition. Contradiction of I is E. So its symbolic form will be no students are hardworking. Now I preposition's subaltern is A. So we will have all students are hardworking. Then subcontrary of I is O. So since it is given many in the proposition, so we can use the same word. Many students are not hardworking, or you can also use some students are not hardworking. Both are correct. Now we come to 8th. Several teachers are not strict. Here several and not is used, so it is O preposition. Its contradiction is A. So we will have the symbolic form as all SSP. So it will be all teachers are strict. Now O's subaltern will be E. So here E is no SSP. So here no teachers are strict you will get. Then sub-contrary of O is I. So here again in the given proposition it is several word is used. So you can keep several only word and make it O. O's I you can make it by writing several teachers are strict, or you can also write some teachers are strict. Then we come to the 9th example. Any subject is easy. Here the word any is used, so it is A preposition. Its contradiction is O. Here O is some not. So some subjects are not easy. Then contrary of A is E. So here in E preposition no SSP. So we will write no subject is easy. In subaltern of A is I, so it will have some SSP, so it will be some subjects are easy. Then 10th one is not even one flower is red. Here the word not even one is used, so it is E preposition. Its contradiction will be I, and in I some SSP is there, so some flowers are red. Then contrary of E is A, but here it is given as single flower. Here also you use any or every. Flower is red. Both are correct. Then subaltern of O. Subaltern is O of E. And O symbolic form will be some not. Some flowers are not red. Now we come to the 11th one. A few games are boring. A few is used in the statement, so it is I preposition. And the contradiction of I is E, where we have the symbolic form no SSP. So here we will have the symbolic form no games are boring. Then subaltern of I is A. Here the symbolic form will be all SSP. So you will have the symbolic form as all games are boring. Then sub-contrary of I will be O. Since a few is given in the proposition, you can use the same word a few. A few games are not boring, or you can write some games are not boring. Both are correct. Then 12th one, hardly infected people are cured. This is hardly word is used, so it is O preposition. But hardly with not we generally don't use in English grammar, though it logically it means I preposition. So we transform the statement into some not form, that is some infected people are not cured, and then we write its contradiction of O is A, so it will be all infected people are cured, and its subaltern will be E, that is no infected people are cured, and its sub-contrary of O will be I, that is some infected people are cured. So we have finished with the positions of propositions in this part. Thank you.